going on, people? Hey, Christina, you just sent me a message. I'll hit you up after this is done. But actually, just to tell you the truth, she loved them. She loved them. So we only got 2 left, and I'm actually saving those for Alyssa. She'll be at the office here any minute now. And they tasted really good on the New Wave, too. So it was good. New Wave makes it feel like they just came out the grease again. So, anywho, really quick, today's live Bulletproof Mindset. I'm in front of the office, for those who've seen it. What's up, G? Matter of fact, hey, Greg, tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to do these on the weekends, but I definitely want to have you on, man. We can do that. I can add you in. Matter of fact, yeah, I could add you in on here. And matter of fact, I'll add you in. Can you be on the phone right now? Can you get on the camera? Or you're not in position? Putting you on the spot, G. But anyway, until he responds, today is about learning from the best. So, a situation that most entrepreneurs run across when they're first getting started, the majority of them, because everybody doesn't start a business and already has money, is getting coaching and learning from the best. And the reason why you want to do that is because there's no shortcuts, but it's the fastest way to get to where you're trying to go is if you learn from people that have already done that, been there, and so on and so forth. And a lot of times the people that you're learning from, they learn from somebody else. So they're getting shortcuts. Or like I said, they're not shortcuts, but they're just getting the straight path to whatever the goal is. So prior to being able to afford coaching to learn how to do what I'm doing now in the marketing world, I had to watch as much free material as I want. So if you don't have money, there's no excuses. I used to hear a lot of times, especially when I used to work at the yard, a lot of people have aspirations, and it's no different from wherever you work. But a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm going to do this when this happens, or I'm going to do this when that happens. And I would ask them, I was like, so what are you doing now? Well, seeing how I don't got any money and I don't got no time, I'll just get with it later. I'm like, well, all this time while you're hoping and wishing and dreaming, even if you just looked at something for a few minutes every day, there's no reason why you shouldn't be learning what you're trying to learn. And, going on YouTube, it's easy to go on YouTube and find somebody who is doing what you want to do and follow their material. Are they going to try to sell you something? Yes, but in all honesty, the more I learn, that's their duty. Is if they feel like they can help you, it's their job to try to put you in front of some information that will help. Now, is everybody out there like that? Not necessarily. There's some guys that just take your money and really don't give you nothing, but that's the whole point of watching their free content. If they don't have a lot of free content for you to watch before you buy their material, then you might want to reconsider buying their material unless you have a referral or somebody else telling you that these guys are legit. So in the case of my mentors, the one I've been following the longest, and you guys have seen him in some of my videos, the Billy Jean and the Billy Jean is marketing team, they're a good example of how to choose someone to follow. So in the space that I'm in, there's a few people, but he by far has the most content, free and more than likely paid. So if I go to his page on YouTube or I go to his page on Facebook, you can see them all of the time. And it's the same thing. So you don't have to want to do what I'm doing. I'm doing marketing. So but whatever it is that you want to do, there's people out there. There's enough information. And if you can't follow the same person, there's still enough information between jumping through different people to figure out what you want. You could easily do a Google search or, like I said, YouTube search top people in whatever industry that you're trying to get into. And like I said, they're out there. If you don't have money, you don't have money. But there's a bunch of free information. I think about it like this. When I first got injured and was out of work, or even before that, we were listening to audiobooks. So I started listening to Robert Kiyosaki books. You guys know Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And we were getting his books. We weren't paying for those books. We were getting them right off of YouTube. But surrounding myself with that information all day, every day, put me in a position where I could change my mindset, change my thinking, even though I was at work. And the same thing goes for whatever you're trying to do. So you can hang out with people from the 30s, the 20s, whatever. There's no limitation on who you can learn from, what you can learn. It's just all about, are you willing to take the time, put in the effort, and to get things started? Everybody just can't quit their job and go follow their dreams. Technically you can, but it's not really advisable, especially if you don't have a coach. You really don't know what the hell to do. Crying out loud, you were just working a job. And you're just going to step out and just do whatever. But follow, look up somebody, like I said, that resonates with what you're trying to do. Follow their information, and then just keep implementing it, and you'll start to make money. Like I said, with Billy and his team, man, they gave me so much free stuff. I was making money before I ever even paid him to to get his course or to get an additional coaching. And, you know, some people are kind of scared of paying money to get coached, but at the same time, if you don't get coached, I mean, you're going to stay at the same level. And if, you know, you don't have to pay for coaching, but it just takes a lot longer to get to where you're trying to go. So a lot of mistakes that I was making when I got into training, I was like, okay, well, I've been to this fork in the road on my own before, but seeing how I didn't know what to do, it would slow up the process. Seeing how that team had already been there, it made it easy for me to pick a side on which to go. And even then, there's more forks. But the more answers you can get to those questions, the faster you can get to where you're trying to go, the faster you can become efficient at your craft, the faster you can get to, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's about helping people, and of course you need money, so you better do both of those things. But needless to say, that's my message for the day. I'm going to keep it short. We got today we're shooting a bunch of content. It's cold as hell out here in Virginia Beach. So shooting some content, shooting some live videos, shooting some, 3 o'clock, I have Jacinda Thomas of Wild Ruckus coming on our business page. So she's going to be talking about how local businesses don't necessarily need a videographer to get started doing content, because if you don't have content, eventually you will go out of business. So everything's moving to video. So get on video. I mean, like right now, I mean, this isn't the best video, but I just really don't give a damn. I'm going to get on video because that's what the coaches I have told me to do. Billie Jean, and then now damn airplanes. Sometimes that happens while we're recording a video. It sucks. But Billie Jean and Dennis Yu. So meeting Dennis Yu in person at the conference, I've been following him since he showed up in our trainings a few months ago. And reaching out to Dennis, man. Dennis has been on it, man. He's not just helping me, he's helping a bunch of us in this space. And, you know, between him, Billy, and Logan, his partner over at Bliss Metrics, man, I'm learning from the best in the world. So how could I not be getting closer to my goals? How can I not get better at helping people? How can I not become more efficient at my craft if I wasn't hanging with the best? So don't be scared to pay for coaching, man. And like I said, if you don't got money, just find someone on YouTube. Find a few people on YouTube. But don't let that be an excuse and hold you up.